Welcome back to this channel. Here we are going to be working on a topic in technical drawing, and that topic is sectional views. Sectional views. And when we talk about sectional views in technical drawing, we are talking about a drawing that shows the interior details of a component in engineering. For example, if you are to see the interior part of an orange, you have to cut it. Okay, so by the time you remove the a part, so you'll be able to see what the interior details look like. So the same applies to a component in engineering, in which we want to see what is inside that component, and to do that we have to cut it, and then we remove one part to see what the interior details look like. Okay, now so for the sectional views, we have types of sectional views, but I'm going to focus on five out of the various types that we have as a section in technical drawing. So I'm going to work on full section, I work on half section, I will work on offset section, revolved and removed section. I'm going to work on those five. Okay, so we have other ones, but I'm not going to work on that, but the major ones or the common ones that you may come across, so that is what I want to work on here. Okay, so now so for this particular one, we are going to work on full section, as we have the cutting plane as it goes in this direction. The cutting plane actually cut this object into two equal half. Okay, so as we have the arrow going in this direction and this direction, it means that when the cutting plane cuts the object into two equal half, we are removing this part. I want to see what we have left on this surface. Okay, that is what we want to do, but I want to go this way for you to understand it very well. So I want us to produce the orthographic views of this object in first angle projection. The front elevation is in direction of this arrow X. So that means for the front elevation, we are going to have this rectangle, and then we have this surface. So while this hole that we have here and this hole here will be hidden within this rectangular surface, and then we have a hole here too, which will also be hidden within this surface. So that is what we are going to work with right now. Okay, so we are going to start with the construction of the plan. That is the top view. The top view is that we are looking at the object in this direction. By the time you are looking at the object from the top down, you are going to see this rectangular surface. Okay, so with this circle, then you see this circle, and then you see this circle. Okay, so that's what will give us the top view or the plan of this component. Okay, so then we also draw the end elevation, left end elevation, in which we are going to see this rectangle, and then this hole will be hidden within this rectangle, and then this hole will also be hidden within this surface. All right, so now let's talk about the dimensions that we have on the component. For this rectangle, the length from here to here is 120, while the thickness from here to here is 12. Then for this cylindrical part, we have the height from here to here to be 30 millimeters. Diameter of this external circle is 50, while diameter of this circle is 30. Then for this circle that we have here, diameter from here to here is 20 millimeters, while the center distance of this circle from this end is 15 millimeters. Okay, so we are going to be looking at how we can draw the orthographic views in first angle projection. Then when we are done with that, we now work on the sectional view of this object. That is the full section, so we produce it somewhere around here. So let's start and see how the construction can be done. So what we are to do first, as I said, that we are going to start with the construction of the plan or the top view. So we are to draw a horizontal center line. So we draw horizontal center line from here like this. So here we have horizontal center line, and then we are going to draw a vertical center line. So we draw a vertical center line here like this. Okay, so here we have the vertical center line. The next thing that I'm going to do, I want us to draw the circles that we have here. So these two circles, they are the center of the whole surface of this rectangle. Okay, so we are putting them here. So let's start with that of the big one. Diameter of the big circle is 50 millimeters. That means the radius is 25 millimeters. So we take a measurement of 25 millimeters and then we put the pin here at this point, and then we turn it round to have a circle. So we turn it round, and here we have a circle of diameter 50, radius 25. Then for the second one, the diameter is 30, so that means the radius is 15. So we take a measurement of 15 millimeters. So this is 15 millimeters. So we put the pin here, okay? Then we turn it around to have a circle. So here we have a circle. Okay, so here we have a circle. All right, so then the next thing that we have to do is that, so distance from the center here to this end is 60 millimeters, which is half of 120, and we also have distance from the center here to this end is also 60 millimeters. So we take 60 millimeters from this center to this end, so this is 60 millimeters, and then from this point also I will also take 60 millimeters to the right side. This is 60 millimeters. Okay, so then the width of the rectangle from here to here is 70 millimeters. So I will just take a measurement of 70 millimeters. So I will take 5 millimeter 35 millimeters down. So this is 35 millimeters down and 35 millimeters up. So this is 35 millimeters up. Okay, we have this. All right, so for this I'm going to draw a vertical line. So here I'm going to draw a vertical line through this point. So here we have this vertical line, and also so from here I will also draw a vertical line down like this. Okay, then I will come here now. Okay, so because this edge, so it's we are going to have it to be a thick line, so I'm going to draw a thick line from here to here. So I have this. Okay, and then I will come up here, so where we have this distance, so I will also make it a thick line from here to here. So we have this, and then so I'm going to make this line, I will make it a thick line from here down. Okay, so and also I'll make this a thick line from here down. So we have what we have this. Okay, all right, so now, so what we are left with for the top view is these two circles that we have here. So distance from this end to the center of this circle is 50 millimeters. The same thing applies to this. Okay, so what we are to do, we take a measurement of 15 millimeters from this end here. So we take 15 millimeters from this end. Okay, so here we have this to be 15, so this is 15 millimeters, and we also come here, we take 15 millimeters from this end inward. This is 15 millimeters. Okay, then we are to take a measurement of 10 millimeters, as the diameter of that circle is 20, the radius will be 10, so we take 10 millimeters. So with the compass on the ruler, so this is 10 millimeters, and then gently we are to draw a circle. Okay, so we gently draw a circle here. Okay, all right, so here we have this circle. Okay, okay, so then so we put the pin here, and we also gently draw a circle like this. All right, so we have this now. Okay, so we need to draw a center line here. So we need to draw a center line at this point. So here we draw a vertical center line through the center of the circle, and we also do the same thing here. So drawing a vertical center line through the center of this circle, so we have to have it like this. All right, so we have the plan in place. The circles are not really showing just because the radius is a bit small. Okay, so let me see, I can make it more visible. Okay, so and then all right, so I think it's a bit better. So now let's go up for the front elevation. So we come up a little bit from the top view and we draw a horizontal line like this. Okay, so then I'm going to take a measurement of 12 millimeters up this line because the width of that rectangle for the front elevation is 12 millimeters. So we are to draw a horizontal line. So here we draw horizontal line like this. Okay. All right. So then, so we are to extend this line. So we extend this line. So we make it a thick line at once. Okay. So from here to here. So we have this. Okay. And then I'll come to this end. I'll also extend this. So making it a thick line from here to here. All right. So we have this now. So then for these circles that we have here in the front elevation, it will be we are going to have it to be drawn with short dashes line as the whole will be hidden from us. So make this with short dashes line like this. Okay, so then from this point also, so also draw this as short dashes line. So we have this, and then here also we have the same thing. So we make this short dashes line from here up. Okay, so then we have the same thing here. So we also make this short dashes line from here up like this. All right, so we have this now. All right, so then this line so has to be made a thick line. So you make this line a thick line from here to this end like this, and then we also make this a thick line. So from here to this end, so we have what we have this. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is that, so for this part that we have here, we need to extend this center line. So we need to extend this center line up a bit. Okay, so we have this. So the height of this cylindrical part from here to here is 30 millimeters. So we take a measurement of 30 millimeters up from this point. So here we have 30 millimeters. So at this point, we are to draw a horizontal line. So here we draw horizontal line like this. Okay, then from this point here, so we are going to transfer this. Okay, so transfer this distance. So just come here and make it a thick line from here up like this. We have this, and then we come to this side. We also draw a vertical line from here up like this. Okay, so this line will be made a thick line from here to here. Okay, so we have this. Why this for this hole that we have here, so for this one, so it's going to be drawn with short dashes line. It's the true hole, is the true hole. So that means it goes through to the end of the component. So we are going to draw short dashes line here. Okay, so we have it here to this point, and then so on this side also, so we also draw short dashes line from here up. All right, so we have this. Okay, so this gives us the front elevation. So here we have the plan or the top view. So just let me write top view, that is TV. Okay, then our front view. Okay, so we have what we have, FV. Okay, all right, so now let's draw the end elevation. So that is the left end elevation. For the left end elevation, we are looking at the object in this direction. So we are placing it here because we are making these views in first angle orthographic projection. So what we are to do to draw the left end elevation is that we are going to extend this line. Okay, so we extend. I'm not going to project it from the plan. So I'll just extend this line to this side, and then coming up here, I will extend this line to this side, and then so I'll come up here. I will also extend this line to this side here. So we have this. All right, so then the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to draw a vertical center line. So somewhere around here, a vertical center line here. So like this. Okay. All right, so we have this now. So I'll now take a measurement. Know that the length from here to here is 70 millimeters. So we take 35. So from this midpoint, so we take 35 to the left side and then 35 to the right side, making it 70 millimeters. So at this point here, so we have to draw a vertical line, so within this space, so vertical line from here to here. Okay, so we have this, and then here we also have a vertical line from here to here. All right, so then for this part that we have here, so we still have what? We still have that 50 and that 15. So from here, so we take 25 to this side. Okay, so this is 25 to this side. Okay, and then so we take 25 from here to this side, making 15. Then we take 15, so 15 from here, so this is 15 millimeters to the left side, and then we also have 15 millimeters to the right side. Okay, so here we made this line, so this line will be a thick line from here up. Okay, and then so this will also be a thick line from this point up. Okay, then for this one it will be drawn with short dashes line, so because the hole is also hidden from us in this cylindrical part. Okay, so it will be hidden, so we have this, and then here on this side also, so we do the same thing. So don't forget that I said that this is a true hole, so it goes to the end of the component, so we have this. Okay, so then so this line will also be made a thick line, so from here to here, so we have it as a thick line from here to here like this. All right, so then another thing that we have to put here is that so this hole that we have here, it will be hidden within this surface. Okay, so what we have to do, don't forget that the the diameter of that hole is of that hole is 20. So from this center here we take 10 to this side, and then we take 10 to this side. Okay, so we are going to draw a vertical short dashes line at this point. So we draw dash 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 here, and then here also, so we draw it dash dash dash. Okay, then this line will be made a thick line from here to here. Okay, so we have this, and then this also will be made a thick line from here to this end like this. Okay, so here we have the side view, so we have this to be side view, so this is side view here. Okay, so these are the orthographic views of this component as we have positioned them here. These are the orthographic views. This is the front view, this is the top view, and then we have what? We have the left side view here. Now, what we want to do actually for is to work on the full section of this object. Okay, so I made this so that you can understand what we are to do with the construction of the full section. So for the full section, it's very simple. So we have the component, we have the cutting plane. The cutting plane goes in this direction like this, and what it does is that it cut the whole of this object into two equal half. Okay, so since the arrow goes in this direction and this goes in this direction, we are taking this part off. Okay, we now want to see what we have on this surface like this. Okay, and to this side, that's what we want to see. Okay, so now when you are to make the construction of the sectional view of an object like this as full section, so what you have to do is to replicate this front view. Okay, but in that case, since the object is cut into two as we see in the drawing, so this line will be shown. We are going to see this line as a complete thick line. We have this line as a complete thick line. Then this line will also be a complete thick line, as this also will be a complete thick line, and also for this and for this. And then this line will not be there again. Okay, because this is a true hole. This hole goes down to this end here. So this line will not be there again. So that is what we are going to do. But before we go on, I want us to place the cutting plane on this top view so that we see how it will be placed on the top view. So if you have that in exam, so the cutting plane goes like this. So the cutting plane is drawn with a thick long chain line, okay. So this is how the cutting plane goes, and then so we have an arrow edge here. So we have an arrow edge here. So we have it here. So it is pointing in this direction. So this is the arrow head. Okay. So and then Here we have the arrowhead here also. So this is cutting plane XX. So cutting plane XX. Okay. So by the time the object is cut into two, we remove this part. I want to see what we have left here. Okay. So that is what we want to produce, which is going to be the fold section. So when you see a cutting plane like this on a component, so it means that the object is cut into two equal half. And when you're asked to produce the sectional view, it means that we are producing the full section of the object when the object is cut into two equal half. So let's work on the sectional view of this object as full section. So we are to draw a horizontal line here. So here we have this horizontal line like this. Okay. So then I'm going to so what you just want to do is to replicate this first. So then we are to draw a vertical center line. So a vertical center line like this. Okay, so we have this, and then so we take a measurement of 12 millimeters from this line up as the width of the rectangle. So here we draw a horizontal line. So we draw horizontal line. So from here to this side. Okay, so then we come to this point here. So we take a measurement of 60 millimeters. So 60 millimeters to the left side, and also we take 60 millimeters to the right side from this point. So this is 60 millimeters to the right side. Okay, so at this point here, so we are going to make this line. So we make it a thick line. Okay, so we make it we draw a vertical line from here to here. Okay, then on this side also, so we draw a vertical line from here to here. So we have this. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is that, so from for this part that we have, yes, we have already done that. So let's just take the dimensions as we have. So from here to here is 50. So we divide it to 2 from the center. That is 25 to the left side, 25 to the left side, and 25 to the right side, making it 50. And then for this inner one, okay, so the length from here to here is 30. So we divide to 2, that is 15. So from this center, so we have 15 to the left side, and we have 15 millimeters to the right side. So we have this. Then the height from here to here is 30. So we come to this point here, and we take 30 millimeters up. So this is 30 millimeters up. So we are to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line. So from here to here. Okay, so then for this part that we have here, so this one, as we have it here, so we are to make it a thick line. So from here up like this, so we have it as a thick line from here up, and then we come here, so we also so draw it as a thick line from here up like this. Okay, so as I said that in this case, since the object is cut into two as we have it here, this line will become a complete thick line. So in this case now, so we just draw it as a thick line. So from here down, so it's a true hole. So it goes down to the bottom of the component. And also, so for this also, so we draw it as a thick line from here to here. So we have this, okay. So now, then this line will be a thick line. So from here to here, as we have it in the orthographic view that we have here. All right, so I believe you are following me. Then the next thing that we have to do is to position these two parts. Okay, so we have that distance from this end to the center is 15 millimeters. So we take a measurement of 15 millimeters. So from here to here, so this is 15 millimeters. Then the diameter of that hole is 20. So take 10 to this side and take 10 millimeters to this side. Then coming to this side, so we take 15 millimeters. So this is 15 millimeters. So diameter is 20. So take 10 to this side and then take 10 millimeters to this side. Okay, so what we are to do now is that, so we first of all draw the center line. So draw the center line here. So this is a vertical center line for this hole. And then you come here, you also draw a vertical center line for this hole. So like this. Okay, so then, so this line now, so we now make it so a thick line. So from here to here, unlike here that we have it hidden, in this case it will be exposed. So that line will be exposed. So we have to see it like this. Okay, so this is showing us the interior part of the object because it is cut into two equal half by that cutting plane. So we have this. All right, so then, so this line will be made a thick line. So at the bottom here, So it made a thick line. So all through from this point to this end here is a thick line. Okay, we have this. Why on this part, as I said, that this line from here to here will not be there again. Okay, so that means from this point, make the thick line to this point here, and then we draw from here, so from here to here, so we make it a thick line like this. Okay, so now, so here we have it. Okay, but we are not done, because this object is cut uh, by cutting plane. So we are going to see the surface. The surface will be rough, just like you use a saw to cut wood. So by the time you look at the surface of that wood after it has been cut, you will see it looking rough. So that roughness has to be shown on the sectional view, okay, to show that this object is cut. So, and that roughness is done with the use of arching lines. So we use arching lines to show the roughness of the surface as a sectional view. So so if you look at it, okay, so this is a hole. So this surface will not be harsh, and also this surface will not be hashed. Okay, so if you look at it, so the cutting plane does not touch this surface. So this surface like this will not be hashed, and this surface like this will not be hashed. Also, this surface here will not be hashed, but this is solid part, this is solid part, it will hash. So this distance from here to here is what we have from here to here. So this will be hashed, and also this distance from here to here will also be hashed, including this, they will be hashed together, and also this will be hashed, and then this will also be hashed. So we use 45 degrees set square to produce the arching lines on the surface. So we put arching line here, and then so the arching lines are drawn with a thin continuous line, and they are to be equally spaced. So we use 45 degree to produce the arching lines. Okay, so we come here and we draw from here to here, and then so here we also draw from here to here, and then here we also draw from here to here. So we have this, and then so we also produce, so the line here like this, and then we come here also, so we produce the line, and then here we produce the line, so here we produce the line. Okay, so then so here we also produce the line like this, and okay, alright, so let's look at what I'm doing. So we are arching this surface to show the roughness of this surface after it has been cut. And here also we produce the arching lines. Alright, so this is the sectional view. So here we have this to be what? To be sectional view. So we can call this full section. So this is the full section. So this is the full section as we see it here. So we can also call it section XX as we have it here. Okay, but this is the full section. So let's meet on the next one, which is going to be for the half section. So thank you and keep on practicing. God bless you.